guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea here. So today I'm going to be filming my March monthly favorites, and I have a lot of drugstore options here. I don't know, March I just kind of was obsessed with the drugstore. I know what it was. So I'm a huge fan of CVS, and if you follow me on Instagram then you already know this. And for March they were doing tons and tons of beauty promos and extra bucks offers. So it was just really easy to get sucked in and, you know, buy a whole bunch of drugstore products. But the products that I have are really good, and I can't wait to share them with you. So let's just get right into the video. Okay, so let's first start off with skincare. So the Cocoa Butter Formula Skin Therapy Cleansing Oil has been so good for taking off my makeup. But with this particular one, you put a little, I put 2 pumps in my hand when my face is dry, and it gets off all of my makeup, eye makeup, face makeup, liner, very heavy duty mascara, and it does so so gently and softly. So as I'm rubbing it into my skin, it feels soft and it doesn't feel heavy. It really does break down all of my makeup, and more times than not, I do not have to use an actual eye makeup remover to get my makeup off. I highly recommend you try this if you are interested in getting a cleansing oil to take off your makeup. Let's move on to foundation. So I really enjoyed the EveryHue Beauty Luminous Tinted Moisturizer. I have the shade Praline, and this is really good. You can find it at the drugstore. You can find it specifically at Target, and I loved how it just made my skin look really hydrated. It made it look quite alive, and even though it's a luminous tinted moisturizer, I didn't feel that my skin looked very greasy and oily throughout the day. It really does last all day long. I've put this I wore this one time, I want to say for like 12 or 13 hours. I actually did a review on this, so I'll link it in the cards. I would say it provides about a good medium coverage, so I really enjoy this. The other foundation though that stole my heart in March, I'm actually wearing it today, is the Revlon Candid foundation. I have the shade 440, and y'all, it's a natural finish anti-pollution foundation, and natural finish is spot on. I don't know what it is about this foundation that makes it look so good on the skin, but geez, it looks great on the skin. It's lightweight. It does have a good longevity of wear on the skin. The color match does really well for me. I think it matches me very well. You have been looking at this, definitely pick it up. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I forgot about primers. I'm trying to go in order of how I apply my foundation. So I have 2 primers that I really enjoyed in March. So the Olehenrisken Banana Bright Face Primer. This is really good. It has it's got like, I don't want to say shimmer in it because that's not the right word, but it's got an iridescence to it. And I don't know if you can see this in camera, but the luminosity or the luminescence that's within the primer definitely does help to give your face that brightened look without it being overpowering to the skin. It's got vitamin C in it, and I love vitamin C. I use it every day in my skincare routine. So I really did like this primer. The next primer is the Covergirl TruBlend Base Business in the Illuminating shade. This primer I really loved when I wanted that really like more abundant glow. So this primer gave me a very subtle like glow to the skin. But this Covergirl primer, it packs a high punch. And I only put a little bit on the back of my hand, so you might not be able to see it as well as how I was using it. But if I apply a good amount, it definitely does give me that radiant look for those days where I really want to look like just a dewy, glowy goddess. And so I really enjoyed it. And once it dries, you can actually see some specks of shimmer in the Covergirl primer. So I really did enjoy this. I don't think it's overpowering to the point where if you have oily skin, you can't wear it. I think if you have oily skin, you just apply it to the areas that maybe aren't as oily, and you can still get away with it. Let's go on to blushes. So I had this in my February favorites, the Natasha Denona Bloom palette, still a favorite. Love everything about this palette. I'm wearing the cream blush here today, and then I topped it with this Duo Glow powder here. Absolutely love this palette. The only thing that I didn't really care about this palette was this glow cream base. So this is supposed to be a cream base for your highlight. And I don't know, it just didn't really show up too well on my skin. So I could have done without that one, but highly, highly recommend this blush. I have 5 other blushes. So 2 of them are $1 and they are good. They are from the brand AOA Studio. They are from the website Shop Miss A, and these blushes are so good. So this is in the shade Demure, and this hot pink one is in the shade Bloom. Both of these have great pigmentation. I'll do a little swatch for you. They last well on the skin too. I've worn them without setting them with powder, and they actually lasted very good on the skin. So very good pigment to it. They're very creamy and soft. I'm very shocked that they are only $1 because they're pretty awesome. A couple more blushes are from Maybelline. So I recently tried the Maybelline Fit Me blushes, and I have them in the shade Peach and in the shade Wine Peach. Really, really have been enjoying these. They've got good pigment to them. I'll do a swatch for you. Here are the shades on the back of my hand. So we've got Peach right here and then Wine right here. They blend very well into the skin. I love that they've got a nice sheen to it. Apply well to the skin, and they are, at Walmart, they're under $5. Even at the drugstore, they're like $5.50. So very affordable. Absolutely love them. Last blush is the Burt's Bees Toasted Cinnamon Blush. This was raved about by a lot of big YouTubers last year. I didn't pick it up because I thought I wouldn't be able to wear it. And then I saw Samantha Jane wear it in one of her tutorials, and I was like, oh my gosh, if she can wear it, I can wear it. So here's the blush, and when you apply it to the skin, it gives the skin such a beautiful bronzed look to your cheeks, and it's really good. Like, I get the hype around it. And let's move on to an eyeshadow palette that I really love, but let me just talk about it. The Charlotte Tilbury Icon palette. Absolutely love this eyeshadow palette. I have a review, so I'll link it in the cards. It's just like the perfect eyeshadow palette for me because the shades are arranged in columns, and you're able to use all of the shades in one column to make a full eye look. So I love the simplicity of the palette. I love the formula of the palette, the colors. I'm wearing it on my eyes today. Here's my problem. This joker creases so bad on my eyelids, and it creases so fast. So when I first was using this palette, I wasn't using an eyeshadow base with it, noticed the creasing, and I was like, okay, let me just use an eyeshadow base. Used an eyeshadow base, and I was like, eesh, they're still creasing. So then I was like, let me use my NYX glitter glue, which I did today. So I put down my eyeshadow base, then I used my NYX glitter glue, and as I was putting my lashes on this morning, I'm like, they're creasing already. For $65, because that's how much this palette costs, that's a lot of money for the eyeshadows to really wear down on you if you have oily eyelids like I do, or they crease a lot. But when I say I love it, I really love it. So I would recommend this palette for those of you who do not have oily eyelids, or your eyelids don't crease. You don't really have too many issues with it. But if your eyelids crease a lot, if your eyelids are oily, you're not going to get a lot of longevity of wear with it, because I think the formula is so soft that the shadows just can easily move into creases and get into those little areas. Next we have a bronzer. This is the Benefit Hoola bronzer in the new shade Caramel. Very pretty bronzer. I'm wearing it today. Blends very well into the skin, and I understand now why people loved the original Benefit Hoola bronzer so much, because it's just a really good bronzer. I don't have much to say about it because it's great. It's beautiful and matte. I do like that. I like that it's not too red, and it doesn't apply or doesn't look muddy on my skin, because it's not too red, it's not too orange. I think it's a really, really good shade. So highly recommend that bronzer. Now let's talk about some highlights. So 2 highlights. Do I have just 2? Yeah. I just have two highlights that really stole the show for me in March, and it's these two. We've got the Pixi by Petra Dual Highlight in the shade Delicate Duo, and oh, y'all, this highlight just, I'm wearing this shade today, and I'll apply the other shade as well. They're so pigmented. The colors are stunning. You can get that beaming highlight if you're into shades like that. But if you like a more subtle highlight, you can also get that as well from it. Just apply it more lightly. But it's so pretty. And then toward the end of March, I purchased this Maybelline highlight. It's Maybelline in collaboration with Puma, and it's in the shade Knockout. Y'all, it's almost got like a duochrome shift to it. So you see a little bit of pink, peach. It is just so pretty. So I have this highlight on today. I put on this shade first, and then I topped it with this one. And both of these highlights are stunning. You gotta try them. You just have to try them. Okay, let's get into some setting sprays that I really enjoyed. So I picked up these two setting sprays by Wet n Wild. We've got the Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting spray in coconut and cucumber. They're a 3-in-1 primer water, and you're supposed to be able to prep, set, and refresh with these. These are great. Like, these are great. My favorite of the two is the coconut, because I like the scent of the coconut better. I've used more of the coconut too, but I've used this mostly to kind of refresh my face and wake it up, especially if I wash my face, do my skincare, but then there's like a gap between when I do my skincare and start applying my makeup. I love to just spray my face with this to kind of like refresh my face and wake it up again. I have used this to blend my powders in together. I highly, highly recommend them. Concealer. So these two concealers really stole the show for me in March. I've got the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the shade Sand, and then the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer in the shade Amber 385. So with the L'Oreal one, this is a very, very full coverage. It lasts all day long. I technically don't have to set this because the formula is not very luminous. It's more matte, but it's not overdrawing. So I really enjoy this. I like to wear this if I want to have more like full glam looks. With the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, this was like everything to me in March, and it still is. I get the hype now. It's so good. So I'm wearing it today, and I love that it just really does brighten the face. It provides excellent coverage. It does look very dirty. I hate the sponge tip applicator because it looks messy and dirty, so I'm not gonna take the cap off. But it is so beautiful on the skin. It's not drying. I don't have to set this. Like today, I put it on, I didn't set it. You can apply it generously, or you can apply it in very little amounts and still get the coverage that you want. So highly recommend this. Absolutely love that concealer. A brow product. So Janita, you were spot on with this recommendation. Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer Brow Gel. And I have the shade Deep Brown. This is the only thing I've been using in my brows for, I want to say, the past 2 or 3 weeks. So when you open it up and take it out of the package, there's actual fibers in the formula. And the bristle has these fine combs or this fine comb, where it makes it very easy to just comb through your brows and then lay down the product, but really distribute it through your brows. So with this, I don't obviously get the most precise looking brows, but I feel like I can fill them in and give me a more natural looking brow, and I love it. And it's quick. Absolutely love this. We have the L'Oreal Unlimited Mascara. This mascara is now my holy grail mascara. So I remember in my February favorites, I was raving about the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. Here is the mascara wand here. And I was saying that I loved it, but I didn't want to pay full price for it, but I was going to buy it again. Absolutely will not. Let me tell you why. So this mascara, what I love most about it is it distributes product very well and evenly on my lashes. Secondly, and most importantly, it does not clump. Thirdly, and even more importantly, it does not smudge. So when I apply this to my lashes, I feel like I can get that voluminous look, that lengthening look that we all want from our mascara. I can constantly go in and out of my mascara tube and not feel like I'm drying it out. And I felt like that was one of the biggest issues with the IT Cosmetics mascara, that every time I dipped it back into the mascara tube, I felt like, geez, I'm like really drying it out. And that particular mascara clumped very easily, and especially for the lower lash line, it smudged. This really reminds me of that mascara, but does not have all of the flaws of over clumping and smearing. So if you have not tried it, definitely pick it up. It's got this neat little ability to bend the handle so that you can get more easily into the inner corner. I actually don't use it at all. I probably should, but I don't. But I love it. Like, I highly recommend it. My last two products that I want to recommend is a lip combo that I wore so much in March, and I still wear it because it's so good. So we've got the Burt's Bees liquid lipstick in the shade, I should know this by now, Peony Puddle. And then we have the Maybelline Rouge lipstick in the shade Baddest Beige. So here is the Maybelline lipstick right here. I'm going to swatch it on my hand. So there's the Maybelline lipstick, very sheer, nudish lipstick color that when I wear it alone on my skin, it's too light at all. And here is the Peony Puddle liquid lipstick. Now the Burt's Bees liquid lipstick is such a good formula because it's a liquid lipstick, but it's not drying. I don't know how they did that, but it's not drying. So I love this formula of the Burt's Bees liquid lipstick. I'm definitely going to be picking up more because it's so pretty. I'm sorry that my nails are chipping. So you can see that these two shades very well complement each other. When you mix them together though, you get pure beauty that's sitting right here on my lips. But I love them mixed together. I love these two and I highly recommend it. These Milani lip glosses are so good. So I have the shade Gold Dust and Luminoso. And they're a lip plumping lip gloss. What I love most about it, outside of just the actual glossiness of them, is that the lip plumping effect is not overpowering. Because I don't like lip plumpers where you put them on and you're like, because you feel like your lips are just like expanding or they're just too tingly. So we've got Gold Dust right there, and then we have Luminoso right there. But you do get a slight tingly sensation, but it's not too much, and they last very well on the skin for a gloss. I mean, you know, glosses are not lasting all day, but they do last, and I feel like you can actually see a difference in color of these two on your lips. A lot of times with lip glosses, if they come in different colors, I feel like once you apply them to the lips, they just look like a standard lip gloss, but I actually do see a distinction of a color difference between the two, so I really enjoy these. And I highly recommend them. So that is it. Those were all of my favorites from March. Like I said, I highly recommend all of them. For those products that I had a little bit of an addendum to, definitely take that into consideration if you're thinking about purchasing them. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are a returning subscriber or a returning viewer, thank you so much for watching my channel and supporting it. And if this is your first time watching, welcome. Thank you for watching. I hope that you subscribe, and I hope to see all of you all in my very next video. Bye guys.